so much of this country is still this. Look at that cute little village. Like, right, maybe the school is down there, right? And look at these cute little girls, like, barang. But look, so like to go down there, right? Hello, gentlemen, right? So handsome, right? I mean, it's so much still slow moving with the tractor, but then you got these fast speeding bikes and the cars and right? It's a relative controlled mayhem, right? They still have the roads. They still abide by. They go by the Americanized motorways on the right. More drying rice, good, right? I thought that was out of season already. I mean, it's just romantic country. And maybe, or I don't know, is it a battle now between the Uber now becoming more and more westernized, Thailand, and, and I hate to bring it past with the Khmer Rouge and the wanting to remain traditionalists and remain this beautiful nation. Like that's maybe another subversive intent, right? One could say. Who knows? But as we know, it's always about power, money, influence, control, land, resources. That's what all wars are about, in essence. But look at that. Look at that beautiful home, right? So it's funny. So like this one isn't on stilts, right? That you wonder what happens. Look at that, right? What happens when when the rainy season does come? Hello, how are you? Good? Good? He's going fishing. So these kids out here, they probably get rudimentary English. Unfortunately, like my son, like, hello, what is your name? And that's fine. It's, I barely remember some of my romantic languages, but I have to spend some time. But then I re-educated myself to them, and I was around them, right? So we get it. Hello, Aunt. Soksabai Aunt. Hello, so cute. Look at her. Look, this is Kid Central out here, man. So yeah, they, unlike the West, they keep proliferating. They keep having more kids, right? So that's great. And they're all so beautiful. Again, you can just see the different, what we believe is prejudicial ethnicities just have combined because of Angkor Wat, which is to my left, right over this way. That just combined, came here from years. Especially one would think this area, from India to pray, from Bangladesh to pray, from Myanmar to pray, from even Vietnam from that way, even though that was more or less the dividing line, the Indochine line, right? So hello, look at her little brother, what a good sister, and he's on his phone, right? He could care less. He's got a free ride. So it's so wonderful. And again, I learned more, and I have a better time out here than, I'm sorry if David ever watches this far into a video, I doubt it, than going into, as much as I like Skip, and it's the same seat, same crap. I'm going to get into the differences between our once proud nations, and it's just, everything goes to pot. Whereas, like, these people are just wonderful. Right? I couldn't imagine being in a bar overhearing a Khmer and a Thai now guy, right? That might get a little heated, but I mean, these countries, they're affable. They're just more affable. All we do now is fight in the West because we don't build anything. It's just money grabbing, money shifting. Right, so. All right, so this is the Cambodia. This is the big head honcho right here in the primary school, yeah. Educate them early, right? Yes, on Suksabai. Good. Kokchan. Good on. Very cute school, right? I wonder if they have an English teacher, if it's if they volunteer, right? So is this a temple? Temple, no, here, temple. Right? Okay, I don't know if she knows what tempo means. I don't know if I should be drinking. I don't know if it's on the right-hand side of the road or left. I was on the left from the map. So again, I don't have my... That's not an English. I think that's it. That way, tempo on. But that's okay. Tempo. So this is service mechanism. One service mechanism. So very interesting. So this is like, right, this is how they reach the people. Right? And this is the same, my wife's village, where they take care of the people and they promote in the countryside, right? Very smart, very clever. And that's how that's how the Trump Meister just won big, right? Because he had all the non-city folk votes. Well, that looks good too. This looks like seafood, right? Feed them over here. That's wonderful. So yeah, so this is the tempo. So here we go. No, complete disrespect having a beer here, but that was just probably the most delicious and delectable pork I've had in quite some time. It was just perfectly cooked, the right amount of time. I think he kind of hurried a little bit, but it was, well, I mean, he had to, because I was there, I just said, I'm hungry, num num. Okay, so this is the what? So there's not much further up north, I think, but the border of Thailand, which I don't think I want to get up to at that point. But look at this, beautiful. I hope they don't get angry at me. So I'm gonna have a brewski. If they get angry, then I'll march back, say I'm sorry. But look at the beautiful cows. And look at this, look at the monks. This is well worth my time coming here. Just absolutely beautiful. I wonder if these are dedicated to monks. Oh, one's missing. I wonder if he was a naughty monk. Get rid of him off the pedestal. But look at these fellas. So again, I only have my tank top on. If you scroll back, or you'll see. Again, I don't. My channels, right? So again, you can go by date. I think you can funnel it. I really don't, right? It's whatever pops up on your screen. There's just so much crap these days, and I'm the biggest of it. That if you scroll up today, though, you'll see I'm in my tank top, which is generally a sign of disrespect, because again, they're robed, and it's to show your shoulders is a disrespect. And I think women, or even my legs, I think I need to wear pants, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try with a beer because I can. And if they say no, then they say no. Right? But it's always precarious. It's Saturday afternoon in beautiful Cambodia. In my opinion, you're entitled to a couple brew house. So, like I said, thus far, they're the most peaceful Buddhists in my mind. They're the most open-minded Buddhists. Let's just put it that way. Meaning, like, come in, man, hang out, whatever. I don't like the two-faced facism of it. Where some countries they get caught smoking ice. I haven't heard anything about these Buddhists doing such. So of course it's all contained. They have their burials here. I wonder what they're doing there. But yeah, lovely facade. So I'm very happy. I'm going to send this on to my uncle. Hopefully he sees this with Lynn. Thank you, Lenny, if you're playing this for JB. But I'm back and I'm almost full circle. Can you believe this, Lynn and Jay? To going back and being a teacher, professor, what have you, back in China. Can you believe that? Full circle. In 1 year's time, all that I've been through, which is a miracle unto itself. Wow, the pond, just all right, fabulous. This is still recording. Just so happy to be here. So happy. I'm going to send this to my Aunt Jan here as well. Look at these, Aunt Jan. So I got my exercise. And of course, the serpent's head, right? Like, you really need to find out what the symbolism means of all of these. Right? All these images and imagery. and each have their own meaning, right? If I really lived here, retired here, I'd read more. I'd want to learn the language, and again, it loses so much in interpretation. But I think that's a stereotype. I think that was the Angkor Wat, and her coming, and then he was more, if I'm not mistaken, he was like Indian, and they're even self-admitting of that, and so that they're like a mixed people. Right, I guess maybe that's why the Indians always go batshit crazy in Thailand, because they just don't like them either. I don't know. Yeah. So what a romantic, and these are all their quarters. I don't want to bugger in on them here, but one could see to be a monk here and just say, screw it. Look at that little kid. Hello. Sok Savai. Look at, he's so handsome. He's like, what's this guy doing here? So yeah. Wow, he looks like the last Buddha, or the movie Buddha. Yeah. Can I walk around on? Yes. Can I walk around? Okay, Akon Charam. Yes, so walk around, okay? Okay, Akon. Look at so handsome. Yes. Akon. Thank you guys. Yes, very good. So look, yeah. He was a little, I don't know, is he strung out in the chair or in the hammock? It's like, nothing else to do except do the weed here. All right. Yeah, thanks, Booch. You just never know. Ooh, smells my barang feet. Oh, this is like the young monks. Yes. Yes, Namaste. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. It's just like a maybe young monk school, right? They definitely sense the beer. Emphatic people, right? And sympathetic, emphatic. What's another adjective? Where's my English teaching? Yeah, very, not sensual, but very sentient, meaning they can feel, right? Buddhists can feel things, right? More so. So look at that, just absolutely spectacular, beautiful, right? So they've got the Nepalese, Cambodian, and I don't know what the other flag is, but look at all the imagery, Siddhartha, and then the Buddha right in the middle. So just unbelievable. Oh, he's going to get his buddies. He's like, I got barang. But this is a spectacular one, right? Very lovely. And one at my one city in Lampang, Thailand was all right, but what a horrible, if you can't even call it a school, what a horrible situation that was. There's more pomp and circumstance. It was more how you dress and how you look than educating kids. All right, look at this. Hello, on. Okay, woman. Hey. Very good. Look, very beautiful. Right, good. All the monks. Yes, good. Look at that car. Yeah, preaching the good word, right? And that car. Just look at this. Huge lot. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever be back. Look at the trees. I forgot what these trees are called. Right? It's spectacular. This is wonderful. This is my day. This is all I needed to see today. This made my day. And the spectacular lunch, right? I'm glad I had it when I did. Look at this with the sun rising on this. Look at this. It's beautiful. And they live here again. It's like they have no idea. I like to live in Chicago with homeless crime, New York City, right? In a multi-million-dollar studio. That's the real prison, right? I mean, so this is just unreal. Beautiful. Now the clouds are a little bit hazy, right? Again, so this is, I guess the immediate border would be Thailand. Again, I don't know, I don't know the exact locale. Let's end on, I'm gonna maybe just end on the walking out, but I would think there's the Buddha right there, right? I don't know the exact locale, But I know Myanmar, Laos is growing now. That's their skies are all, oi guys, oi. Look at the old monks that have died. The old, you can just tell by the. And I wonder if they'd sandblast them to clean them. But, oh, look at little puppies. The mama's protecting them, that's why. Look at those little kitties. There we go, excellent. But I wonder, all right, so far so good. I'm almost hungry. I mean, they're just laid back, man. Just much more laid back. Vietnam, like, what are you doing here? Like that type of business. But yeah, I wonder if it does border, if they're getting some of the whiff or the waft of Lao, and they're industrializing air now. Who knows? But, all right, yeah, the reservoir just spectacular. As I said, if things go tits up, I'm over here in a heartbeat, begging for them. Yes, akon charamon, akon, yes. I'm over here in a heartbeat, just throwing on one of those robes and begging to be spanked. You know. Well, yeah, I mean, just these kids. This is like, for them, they're parenting. Like, it's not. I don't know if it's a choice, but it's. Let's walk this way. Let's see what this is about. I don't know if it's a choice, but it is a belief, and it is like it's. How do I describe it for those who are familiar? Like, if you become a rabbi or a priest, like, it's a respected, well-respected position, but they start so young. These kids are just like, man, this, you know, they gotta be, this sucks, you know. Like all these other kids I see are playing video games on their phone. I don't have one. I'm in meditation. Maybe I can't speak for a month. You know, I mean, I empathize with them, but, you know, to me, it's like you get to a certain age and you see all the dark sides of now this internet crap and business, and, you know, it's really jeopardizing kids' brains and thought processes, etc. So, all right, I'm gonna walk back. This one leads me into background, foreground. Look at that, though, right? So it goes on and on. All these cute little homes, villages, just spectacular. Spectacular. So, all right, everybody. Yeah, about coming up. Make this a good 20-minute tour of this Wat. I mean, to get every nook and cranny of these Wats would take, just this Wat would take at least 3 hours, right? To just really key in or zoom in on symbolism and to really explain it if you were adept at doing so, right? Which I'm not. There's no way. I'm maybe intermediary at best in my knowledge of Buddhism. I think my uncle Jay would be much more abreast at what these images mean, what this image means, right, than I would. Although I know my uncle doesn't read Khmer or Thai or Burmese, but so yeah. It's just very spectacular. All right, I'm marching back, same route. Hopefully don't get hit by a hungover worker coming back after sleeping in the countryside. I had an offer back in the day. Again, it's hard to leave. Right, look at that, it's beautiful. It's hard to leave. I'll end it at 20 minutes here. It's hard to leave those expat communities, as my friend David Walker knows. He just doesn't. Now, let me see this, right? I'll do this too, maybe. Oh, no, the kids, I don't want to disturb. Maybe they're all there. And it doesn't seem to look like a newer structure. So again, when people die, they leave them their money. That's how it's every religion, right? They have extra money. But it's hard to leave those expat communities. But I remember during COVID, I was just befriended many Khmer. And they're like, we got to take you to the countryside. I'm like, you know, like what's there that isn't here? And they're like, you got no idea. We just chillax, we drink beers, it's cheaper, it's beautiful. Look at that, look at the great family, like all 5 of them, right? They won't suffer from inverted ageism, right? But I was like, you know, but now I'm out here and I'm like, yep, totally see it. So, all right, coming up on 20 minutes. Let's see if I can end this at the mark, but lovely cows, beautiful Watt, just doesn't get any better than this. Bye, people.